Hello, friends, and welcome to today's special episode of Booked. I'm your host, Saffron Asteria, and I'm joined today by the founders of the Small Spec Book Awards, Ellen Holmes and Millie Abacassis. How you doing?
Okay. I have a cold, though.
Oh, I know, I'm sorry, but you're here, and I appreciate that. And I'm sure that all of the people that are waiting to hear the results are also glad that you are here. Because otherwise, they probably wouldn't have to wait, but still, this is very exciting. Thank you very much for letting Booked be the place where you announced this for the first time. I feel very privileged.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on the podcast. I mean, this is a great opportunity to uplift a writer, so I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You know I love writers. Big fan. Big fan. We've already got some people that have joined us today. So we have Tim McKay. We also have Rod Gilley, the owner of RDG Books Press. And we also have Ro Bushy. How you doing, guys?
Hello.
So we're going to be talking about some stuff today, mostly the SSBA, and we're also going to be revealing the semi-finalists for the three categories that the SSBA gives out the award to. So it's going to be fantasy, horror, and science fiction. So I'm going to introduce myself very briefly and why I'm talking to you guys about it. I am one of the influencers for the SSBA, so that's been very exciting. And if you're watching this and you want to be an influencer for the awards, I'm sure you guys would love more people to be shouting about what you're doing. So I first started with you guys last year, so the first one. And I very quickly signed up for the second one because I was like, firstly, it's very easy because you guys do all the work. Just have to forward that information on, which is very fun and very easy, but it's really cool from my perspective because I've gotten to meet some very cool people through this and found some of my favorite books. Like, for example, Evan J. Peterson, I had him on the show, and we also had him on the selection box where he did a reading. Yeah. And immediately afterwards, I was like, can I buy a signed copy of your book, please? And there are just some incredible people that are involved in this.
Yeah.
So if you could each introduce yourselves and what you do with the awards.
Yeah, Millie, do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Oh, okay.
You're the one who created it. Go first.
Well, Saffron, real quick, I just want to say thank you so much for partnering with us. I mean, your interviews have been spectacular, and you interviewed all of our winners and even some of our other people at different levels. So it was really cool to see all those interviews and listen to you talk to them. And yeah, you're just really good at what you do. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm Ellen Holmes. I'm the founder of the Small Spec Book Awards. And I'm the author of The Floating Castle and Space Collisions. And yeah, I have a new story coming out soon in the Rings of Adventure anthology. So
yes,
be excited about that. Saffron knows all about that.
Mm-hmm. It's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting. I look forward to it. And so I'm Millie, and yeah, I'm sorry for throwing the ball at you, but I figured, makes sense for the founder to introduce herself first. So I'm Millie Abacassis. I'm the co-founder of the SSBA, and I write, science fiction, fantasy, and horror. I guess the reason why we went with those genres to get started. And I'm author. Right, and that's what we both write in. And I'm the author of many books with small presses, but the most recent one is The Color of Time that came out in May this year with Sharky Press, which is an amazing publisher, which I hope we will have in next year's edition of the Small Spec Awards.
That's exciting.
Yes,
very cool.
Congratulations, by the way, on your recent release, Millie.
Yeah, thank you.
It's so cool seeing people starting to weave into this thing because the first year, obviously you guys were really new and you were like, this is the thing we're doing. And then the next year I'm seeing publishers I know getting involved. And I've seen, publishers from the first round coming into this one that are coming back for more, which is really cool to see. It must be so exciting to be doing this.
Oh, yeah. Incredibly exciting. Yeah. I mean, I have loved small and independent presses for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's such a crime that they don't get as much publicity and,
mm-hmm.
marketing and promotion as some of the other books that we're very familiar with. So, yeah, I wanted to do something to change that. And I was so excited when Millie said yes and came on board with me, because Millie is such a huge person in the small and independent publishing world. All her books are published through small and independent presses for the most part. And like, she knows, she's the founder of Small Pitch. So I mean, I can't imagine a better partner to have on this journey. So yeah, it's been really exciting. I mean, just seeing the turnout. This is the second year, and yeah, we got more books than last year, and people are really excited about this. So
it's amazing.
We running it. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you better still have the steam to keep going, because I can't wait to see what this thing does. It's going to be one of those things where people are like, oh, you got an SSBA award? That's like the most prestigious thing you could possibly get. It's going to be very exciting. That's why I can see that coming. So been throwing SSBA Small Spec Book Award around a lot at the beginning of this, but what actually is it?
Yeah, so our mission is to recognize and promote independent and small press authors writing exceptional speculative fiction. We also want to help find readers. We also want to help readers find superb books, right? So sorry, cold.
It's okay, you get a free pass.
But yeah, our like, I was seeing all these great books at these independent and small presses, and I wanted other people to see them. So that's our main goal. Our main mission is to extend that reach out and promote them and give them a spotlight when they might have not had one before. You know, every press is trying really hard to shout into the void. And we just want to be someone who's kind of helping them get over that chasm. So they're doing great work, and we just want people to know about it. So that's our main goal, is to really just uplift and promote these writers that are doing really good work with these small and independent presses.
I love it so much. It makes me so happy seeing people enthusiastic about art and platforming people that, you know, have smaller voices. Like, they're maybe not smaller, but someone's turned them down, and you're turning that up, and that's very, very cool to see. So in terms of those who might be listening that are like, oh, I'd really like to get involved in that, like, I want my book to be looked at, what are the requirements for people to be nominated, or for their books to be nominated?
So I'll cover the main criteria, because if you go on the website and you read the rules, you realize that, oh, there are a lot of like nitty-gritty details. And even ourselves, after we had outlined those rules, those criteria for being able to submit the book, we still came across a few situations where, like, oh, wait, we do not have a rule for that. So what do we do? So those rules have evolved, but I would say the main things is that first, the books are submitted by small publishers. So it's not a self-nomination by the author, or it's not a nomination by readers. So it's a nomination by the publishers. Then, so those publishers need to be small presses. So no big five, no mid-sized publisher, no self-published author, no hybrid press either. So really the definition of a small press following a traditional publishing model. And in case you wonder, how do we know what is small versus mid-size? Because sometimes I know it can be the line can be a little blurry. And I think, Ellen, it's not something we really have to discuss yet, because all the publishers that have been joining so far have been obviously small presses. There's never been the case where I looked at one and be like, wait, maybe those could be mid-size. Maybe one day that will happen. And I also hope that maybe some of the small publishers right now will grow and, will become bigger. I only wish them the best success. But if that ever happens, my take, because I'm also involved with Small Pitch, and we've had also those decisions sometimes, is publisher marketplace. That's how they classify publisher, and it's usually by revenue. So it's not about being independent, because the independent is also independent from what? Source book is technically independent from the big five, but they are as big as a big five. So we would not take a book by source book, because they're not a small publisher by any means. So we're really looking into books from those small presses that have very limited, financially, how limited in the reviews they make, and on also how much they can cut. So that's the first thing. And then we take only adults. So at this point, we don't take young adult or middle grade. Maybe we'll expand in the future, but at this point, we're only taking adult fiction, science fiction, fantasy, and horror. Same for maybe in the future we'll expand to other genre, but at this time, it's those three genres. No AI content, cover, or anything. And only novella and novels up to 120,000 words.
Okay.
And the reason we have this cap is because all those books are going to be read. It's not a popularity contest. It's not a vote like many other awards. Those books are read by volunteers. And so we want to make sure that they can read all those books. So we have to put a cap on the length. No book published by a staff member of the publisher, which is a bit akin to self-publishing in a way. It's completely fine if some small presses do that, but we don't want them to nominate books by their own staff. And yeah, I think that's the main criteria. There are a few more if you want to go on. And I forgot one very important. They have to be published during the calendar year, from January 1st to December 31st of the year that the award is for. So right now for 2026, for this year's edition, we're reviewing books published in 2025.
Gotcha.
We accept re-edition if the book never competed before. So meaning that if a book was self-published 10 years ago and it is now released by a small press, it has never participated in the Small Spec Book Awards, they can enter. So that's one of the examples that I mentioned that we didn't really have a set rule on that. And when it happened, we had to think like, okay, do we accept those books or not? And we came up with that rule that yes, it's fine, as long as they did not compete in the past under either another publisher, if they're picked up by a new publisher in the future. So if a book that competed this year gets picked up, re-edited 5 years in the future by another publisher, we would not allow them to compete again because they already entered the competition.
Cool. Awesome. And I've also got the QR code for the link tree with all the SSBA stuff. And I think I have the link here as well. So I'm going to pop that in the chat now in case anybody would like to take a look at it. Maybe you're with a small publisher, or maybe you own a small press and you want to get involved, so you can check out all the information in the link tree, and it should be on the website. Thank you so much. Sure. So we are in one of the it's the midway phase, really, of the contest. So where are we at now? What are we doing?
Yeah, so we're about to announce the semi-finalists. So what that means is,
excited.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, and let me tell you, the readers were passionate. Like they left so many good notes on these books. They were passionately like advocating for the books they think that should progress. I was so impressed with our reader judges. But yeah, so basically our reader judges have been working this whole time. They're volunteers, and they read the books that are assigned to them. I try to make sure that at least 3 people are assigned to each book. And then they give us their scores, and basically it's like a rating system. It's a 1 to 10. You answer the question. So there's rating criteria, is this what, like, the plot, how is the plot? I'm blanking on exactly the wording, but like basically the plot of the book, is it like engrossing, and like, are there any plot holes, that type of thing. So you give a 1 to 10 rating based on how well they did that. And so there's 14 questions this year. One of them is like, what's your own personal enjoyment of the book? We added
that's a great question.
Because official criteria is great, but like I also was curious about how the readers were feeling, and then we added that into the final scores. And basically it's just an average after that. So and let me tell you, it was very competitive.
Really?
Yeah. It was competitive in each genre. There were some books that were just, barely kicked out of the semi-finalist round. And I was just on the edge of my seat, really. Just adding up the scores, but yeah, I mean it is great stuff. The readers have been doing really well. So the next phase of the contest will be we're deciding the finalists and the winner. So we decide the finalists and the winner at the same time, basically. So each of the readers will read the books in their genre. So it's 10 books, but they've read some of them already, so don't worry, they're not reading all 10. So it's probably like more like anywhere from 4 to 7 that they'll be reading, and then they rate those the ones that they haven't read yet. And then we add up the final scores at the end, and that determines our finalists, our winner.
Yeah. Oh, so exciting. I just got butterflies. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
It's just very exciting. So in terms of the like nominations that you've had this year, like how does it compare to last year? Like how's the vibe? Because I've had a little peek at these, and some of the covers at the very least is just so good. Just so good.
Yeah. Let's see. I feel like the quality has been super consistent. But notably some of the covers are, I don't know, they seem to just like the cover art. I feel like they're upping their game a little bit with the artists and the art that they're using. It's really pretty, some of the covers. But yeah, we definitely had more nominations this year. So I'm trying to think. Millie, have you noticed any other differences? I mean, we had more publishers, more nominations.
Yeah, more publisher, more nominations, new publishers that didn't participate in the past. So that's great to see that some are hearing about the event and choosing to join. Because I think one challenge for us is, since we're still new, is for publishers to know we exist and to nominate books.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see that the word is spreading, and know we're getting more publishers participating. I've noticed also, you were mentioning, Ellen, that the readers were putting comments and like they were really into the books, and I've been keeping an eye on the feedback from readers for months, since we opened the form. I would go check regularly to see what people think of the books. And it's sometimes, of course, people had different opinion for books, so I think it still confirms that, of course, reading is still very subjective. And I'm glad that we also have a variety of readers who like different things. So hopefully when we look at those ratings, because our goal is to try to make the assessment as objective as possible, even if it's impossible to be 100% objective, because like those questions that Ellen mentioned, like many, like, does the conflict result in effective tension through the novella? So like that's an example of a question. Some people will have a different opinion, like on the tension, right? So even try to have those criteria as objective as possible, there is still a huge part that is subjective. So I think we're trying to find the right balance between getting those books assessed as fairly as possible and acknowledging that our readers will still have personal taste. But since we have a lot of volunteers, I'm quite impressed, because that's the one thing I noticed. We just have so many people who signed up to read those books and assess them. Like, I'm trying to think myself, if I were asked to volunteer to read those books and then fill out a form with all those different questions, like to assess the books, I would probably be like, oh, that sounds like so much work.
So much work. These people are committed to the
They are.
I hope people are into it. So I'm super happy. So I want to give a huge shout out to our readers for reading the books, assessing them, and putting all those comments, all those notes. And then for some of them who found their new favorite book, like that, they went to buy them and buy the next book by the author. I just love seeing that. So I think this year I'm seeing even more enthusiasm, more participation, and I hope that's even better next year.
Yeah, no kidding.
And some of them came back from last year to participate this year. And I am just so thankful for that. I mean, really, truly, thank you all for believing in this dream with us and like uplifting our writers. And, it is a lot of work and I appreciate it so much. So thank you.
You're creating an empire here. I hope you realize that.
Well, I hope it's an empire of good.
I hope so too.
I mean, as long as you're getting what you want out of it, then I don't really mind if it's good or evil.
Well, I want writers to get the recognition that they deserve. That's what I want. And
Yeah.
I don't ever like one of the big things that we were very adamant about is that we're not going to create more barriers for writers, right? So we don't charge anything
Yeah.
because that's not cool. Honestly,
Yes.
like there's tons of competitions out there that charge money for different things. And I understand like sometimes they recycle that into prize money or whatever. Sometimes they have operational costs or whatever. I'm not judging any other like awards, but I do think for us, I want to make it as easy as possible for the writers to be able to participate and to not have that kind of financial barrier. So
absolutely. And I mean, you've really hit the nail on the head with like, especially the sort of indie space, is that the whole act of writing a book and then wanting to publish it to whatever level of quality, you know, that individual wants to sort of commit to, it costs money regardless. And to be able to have like a stamp of approval or stamp of quality that is purely based on merit and not based on the amount of money that you pay, I think means a lot more. It means a lot more because it shows that, you know, a collection of people got together and agreed that this thing was really good. And I don't know if they talk to each other or what, but, you know, they're independently judging these things without any outside influence. So, and because they're passionate volunteers, you know, you're going to get like immense amounts of honesty. So yeah, I think it just helps legitimize it as a thing that it is like from passion and love, for sure.
Yeah, we hope so. We tried really hard to be impartial and you know to open doors, not shut them in people's faces. So there's too many people out there who take advantage of writers, and we didn't want this to be that. We wanted it to be for the writers.
There's enough of that going on. I don't think there's space for more con artists in
No,
the world.
no.
We've had a very enthusiastic message from the owner of RDG Books Press, and Rod is going to be submitting stories every year, so you better keep running it, otherwise Rod's going to be very upset, I think.
Oh yeah, we'll keep running it. Thank you, Rod. Yeah, I appreciate you trusting us. That means a lot.
So the criteria that you give the readers for them to sort of answer and score and all that sort of stuff. So I know you said you've made amendments since the last year. Where did you get the questions from? Like, was it things that you both cared about in terms of like, you know, figuring out who was going to win each of the categories, or was it based on like previous awards that you've both been a part of?
Well, we went over them together, Millie and I. The first year, we went over the questions, and we, like she was saying, we are trying to be as objective as possible. So it was important to us to focus on things like craft and, you know, the overarching stuff like plot, the minute details, dialogue, stuff like that. And I even try to include a glossary of terms for our readers, just in case like maybe our readers don't understand what, you know, a plot arc is or whatever. I just try to make it accessible because, you know, not everybody's been through creative writing school and they don't know all the terms. So I know I struggled a lot in school with that because I wasn't taught those terms and I had to learn it in college when it was like they expected you to know what it was. So I you know, at that point I was just like, okay, now I have extra work to do. But anyway, so I like to include that. But as far as like the questions themselves, it's mostly about craft. After feedback from our readers from last year, because we do a survey at the end of the year, just because we like to, you know, be flexible and make the awards what people actually want it to be, right? And we want to help, not hinder. So one of the things that we changed was like the readers were were like, we would have scored the book lower or higher based in enjoyment, but the criteria kept us at this score. And so that was kind of frustrating because we would have changed our answer. And I was like, well, let's include a question that, allows them to tell us exactly what they would have rated it. Based on enjoyment. So we added that. And I think we added a couple more questions. One was like on imagery or something. Just more craft stuff.
Just change the way people answers, because I think in the past it was just a yes, no to those questions, and then each yes was 1 point, and then it gave a total of like 10 points, I believe. And no, they can rate from 1 to 10 on each of those questions. Plus, we added regardless of those other questions, how much would you rate from 1 to 10, and then we add them up, and it gives us a total score that goes over 100, since we have more than 10 questions now. I think, what is the maximum? I didn't count to see what would be the
so there's 14 questions, so the max is 140. And we had two books that scored perfect scores from two separate books from two separate readers.
Wow.
I won't say which ones they were, but I will say I will say there's some people that are very passionate out there about these books. So I hope everybody who's watching feels good about that, because there's good readers fighting for your book.
That is so cool. What a flex.
I love reading the comments like, I hope this one makes it to the next round. Like, I really loved it. I wanted to move to the semi-final.
So they're trying to guilt you. No, I'm kidding.
It gives me warm, fuzzy feelings. It's just like, oh man, that's awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. I wanted people to appreciate these books. I mean, it just feels like I'm doing my job.
I think you guys are smashing it, to be honest. And I mean, there are so many people that are involved in this now. Like, you have your authors, you have the publishing houses, the presses, you've got you guys, you've got the influencers, you've got the readers, you've got this like huge community that's just growing all the time of people that are just like so intensely invested in what you're doing.
It's amazing.
It's just so cool. It makes me want to cry. It makes me so happy that this is happening. I'm
super grateful, but
it's just awesome. What I will say is a little treat for all of you that are watching live. These two lovely people have provided some things to give away as part of a little trivia thing. I thought we could maybe take a little break from me asking you stupid questions. I'm kidding. I thought maybe we could go do that. Should we do that next?
Oh yeah, let's have some fun.
Let's have a little fun. I mean, I was having fun anyway. But let's have some organized fun. So if you're watching this live, here is a giveaway for you. So you don't have to be in a particular country, I don't think. So anyone that's watching right now is going to have first dibs on these. So we have 4 questions for you based around the SSBA. And if you're stuck, then you can use the QR code over there, or the link that I put in the chat earlier, to find the answers if you need to. Just saying. So the winners of the giveaway will be announced tomorrow on Twitter and Instagram. So I will be posting those on probably the IndioSync Books accounts. But if I stop talking, that'll probably be helpful. And I'm just going to click on the next slide. I was going to say the same thing again. My goodness gracious me. So how to enter. So in the live chat, you'll need to comment with the question number. So each of the questions are numbered, your answer, and your social media handle, because otherwise I won't be able to find you to give you your prize. Okay. So there will be 1 winner for each question and a total of 4 winners. So 4 questions, 4 winners, and there's 1 prize per question. So each winner will receive 1 copy of the corresponding prize. Okay. If you're confused about that, let me know in the chat and I'll explain it in a different way. So we have the first question. So this is with the prize of an ebook of Space Collisions by Ellen Holmes. What year did the SSBA start? So the first person to get this, whichever question right in the chat, you'll be the one that wins the thing. Okay. So it's question 1. So I'll say it again. So what year did the SSBA start for the prize of an ebook of Space Space Collisions by Ellen Holmes.
It's on the website.
It's on the
Wow.
website. Go to the website. And I will say, if we don't get answers to all of these questions, I'm going to bend the rules a little bit. I didn't ask the ladies beforehand, but if you do put it in the comments of the video, I will also count that. So whoever answers it first.
Yeah.
So for question number 2, how many nominations did the SSBA receive this year? Okay. So this is for the ebook of The Seventh Sister by Millie Abecassis. So again, how many nominations did the SSBA receive this year? So that's question 2. Question 3 is how many publishers nominated their books this year? So the prize is an ebook of The Floating Castle by Ellen Holmes. So that's how many publishers nominated their books this year for question 3. And the final question, and you can answer this throughout the show. I'm not going to look at the comments yet. I will check that after the show because I'll get distracted. So we've got someone scanning the QR code trying to get the answers. And so the fourth and final question is, how many SSBA influencers are there this year? So this is for an audiobook code for A Legacy of Blood and Bone by Millie Abecassis. So thank you both so much for donating these as a giveaway. I hope that you guys have fun answering the questions and hopefully you'll learn something along the way. So I will be announcing the winners for these tomorrow, just to give me a chance to look through the chat. But thank you very much. And if anybody wants to see those questions again, you'll have to scroll back because I'm not repeating them. So we're getting close to announcing the semi-finalists for this year's Small Spec Book Awards. Is there anything that you guys want to cover or say before we do the reveal?
Yeah, so before we announce the semi-finalists, we wanted to say a quick word of encouragement to the authors who will not be advancing. I've been myself in that situation. I've entered my books in different awards, and sometimes I did not make it to the next step, and it sucks, right? I'm not going to pretend that it does not. So please understand that there were several books that just barely didn't make it to the semifinals. Like Ellen mentioned that it was really competitive. Some scores were really close. So, it's another year where the competition is very close. It was the same last year, and I anticipate that it's going to be the same in the future. And it doesn't say anything about the quality of the stories that we received. Like the fact that you're not making it to the next round does not mean that your book isn't great. And I hope you still got a lot of good coverage from our influencers, and many readers that participated still loved your book, right? So you may not advance to the next step, but you may still have, get a new fan. So we hope you are proud of your stories. We are, definitely. And that you'll keep putting them out there for people to read and enjoy. And we also hope that you're gonna, if you have more books coming, that are eligible, that you're gonna have your publisher keep entering your future books in the competition.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's lovely. Are we ready?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Okay, so if you're just joining us now, we're about to announce for the first time in public, I've already looked up, in public, the semi-finalists for the Small Spec Book Awards 2026. Are we ready? We're not going to do a drum roll because I feel like if I hit the table, it's going to make a loud noise. But we're going to have a little slideshow to show us all these amazing covers. So we'll start off with the fantasy, and I'll let you guys take it away.
All right. So our 2026 semi-finalists in fantasy are Ballad of River Bones, Beyond the Border Forest, Cast Off, Deepest Canyon, A Star Slinger Tale, Echoes of the Etherstone,
Fallen Destiny, Hunting Static, Small Magic for the Traveling Wizard, The Ice Moves for No One, and The Witch's Journey.
So those were I am part of this as an influencer. Those were the fantasy winners. No, semi-finalists. I'm going to mute my microphone. I don't know why I'm talking.
Yeah, the fantasy semi-finalists. So up next we have horror. Yay! So the 2026 semi-finalists for horror are JK LOL, My Lips, Her Voice, Puppets Banquet, Reef Mind, Running Dry.
Satanic Static. Small Dogs. The Big One. The Restless Few. We Like It Cherry.
All right. And now for science fiction. Here we go. As a King Should Be. Bonnie and Guy. Casual. Cerulean Sky. Chipped.
Dear Stupid Penpal. It's you, isn't it? Rose-colored crosshair. Station in the Sky. And Tomorrow Was Beautiful Once.
Well, there we go.
All right.
That's all of them.
Those lucky 30 people.
Congratulations, everyone.
That is amazing.
Congrats, everyone. I've read some of those books myself, so I'm happy to see them moving to the next round.
Were you one of the very enthusiastic readers?
Well,
Oh, no,
I
we're not allowed
didn't
to
read
be
them for the award, right? But I read them for my personal enjoyments, and I've been actually one. I can say it. I mean, but for casual in the science fiction category, I'm so happy to see it move forward because I loved it, and I've been praising this book over social media whenever I could. So yeah, and many others. Like I've read some of the other one, but that's the one that I was so happy to see it moving.
That's very cool. Well,
Yeah.
massive congratulations to everyone that's on that list. And as you said earlier, to anyone that was even entered, nominated, people still read your work, and there are people that we still really loved it.
Yeah. Just really quickly, we just want to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of M. Christian, the author of Running Dry, and extend our condolences to the people who love them. I just didn't want to move forward before saying that.
Of course.
It was tragic and sudden. So
it was quite soon after the sort of entries, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's awesome that this book's gone through.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a better legacy than having people love your books, your work.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of beautiful in a way.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, we've had, I don't know who Toothbrain is, but that's a fantastic username. I'm assuming horror. I've just got a feeling. So congratulations, Toothbrain. Whoever you may be, that's very exciting. Yeah, that's very cool. So what happens now?
Yeah, so now we move to the next phase of the contest, right? So yeah, so it's pretty much we just move on to the who's going to be the finalists and the winner. So just another December 1st will be when we come back and convene to announce the winners and the semi-finalists. I'm sorry, the finalists. Already know the semi-finalists. We're going to announce the finalists. So that'll also be on Booked.
Yay!
So that's awesome. But yeah, very excited for that. So it'll be another several months, and then we'll get results. So
amazing. So I know that we've got the link tree here, and I believe it's in the description. If it's not, it will be shortly. How can people keep up to date with what's going on? Are you still looking for people to volunteer for stuff, or are you kind of closed off? Like, what can people do to get involved?
Yeah. Millie, do you want to take this one? I feel like I'm.
Yeah, I can take this one. So we always need people to come and support us. I believe we're close for like the application and all of that, but if you still want to help, please share or post. We're on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram. So you can always, support the award by talking about, the books if you've read them, even if you're not part officially of the competition, or by sharing the post by the influencers and by readers. Ellen, I don't think, I believe we've closed application. We don't have ways for people to still sign up if they still want to help. Like, what's for influencers? I'm thinking we could.
As far as the influencers, the application is always open. You can join.
This is what I was thinking. I'm like, I think it's always open. You can always join at any time if you want to come and help and talk about the event, right? Because that's something that can happen year round. It's not tied to, like, for readers, it's a bit more challenging because we need to create groups and assign books and all of that. But for influencers, you're always welcome to sign up, and then we'll send you what you need, so you can post about the books and the competition on your own platform.
Sweet.
Yeah. Really quickly too, as far as readers, I usually try to open that early December. That we want to like acknowledge the feedback that we get, and then I try to open it after that. But I try to give readers at least a month's time, usually more, to sign up for the next year's awards. So you can look in later this year for that application to open up. We'll announce it on our social media channels. So if you follow us, you'll be able to see the announcements. And I always post it on the website. So you'll find it there too.
Yeah.
So you can still get involved if you want to support the growing future titan of an awards organization. Then you can go do that.
One thing you can do at any time is, if you know a small publisher that their book could be eligible, just tell them that we exist. Send them the link to the page or the website, so they can learn about it, and they can make a note themselves to follow us and then submit, because we need publishers to submit those books first. So,
amazing. Awesome. Well, I think that's most of the information that we have, I believe. This has been very exciting. Thank you very much for sharing the first look at the semi-finalists with Booked and the people that watch Booked. If you joined us today to tune in for the semi-finalist announcement, don't forget, December 1st, join for the finalist announcement. I nearly said semi-finalist as well. I've been saying it so much the last few days. It's the only word I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for being here, both of you, and for letting me be a part of this cool thing you're doing. And go check out what these incredible women are doing. Just do it.
Can I just add something talking about supporting small press books? So as we mentioned, I launched and ran Small Pitch, which is a pitch event for small presses and writers who are looking to get their books in front of their manuscript, their unpublished manuscript, in front of small press publishers. So the next event is actually happening in a couple of weeks. So in July 13 to the 19. So go check out the Small Pitch website if you are a writer with a manuscript and you're interested in participating. All the information is on the website. But the one thing I'm a little more excited about is that today I published the first small books list. And the small books list, it's you know how you go to those magazines, they have the list of upcoming books, like on Reactor, if you think about science fiction, fantasy, and horror. So I launched a similar set of lists, but only for small press books. And so it's quarterly. And so today I posted the first list for upcoming science fiction, fantasy, and horror by small presses this quarter. So all the books that are releasing in July, August, and September. And if you wanna, if you're a reader and you're looking for books to pick up, go check those lists. They're on the Small Pitch website. And it's my way to keep giving visibility to small press books. So we're talking more about upcoming books. not tied to an award or anything. It's not a list of recommendation. I've not read all those books, right? But it's still a way for me to showcase that, hey, those books are coming, check them out. And I've already had feedback from a few people saying like, oh, wow, so many books I would have never heard of. And this one is super intriguing. I'm going to check it out. That's my goal. So go check those lists, see if you find something that you like, and go grab that book.
Amazing. Awesome. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Where can we find that? If you could send me a link.
It's on the Small Pitch website. Yes, it's amazing. On the smallpitch.org website. And there is a new section on it that's called Small Books. I'm just keeping the brand right, Small Pitch, Small Books. And that's on that. And you can actually also subscribe. So if you go on the Small Books page on the smallpitch.org website, you can enter your email, and then you'll get directly in your email on the first day of each quarter. So the next one would be October 1st. You'll get them directly in your inbox.
That's amazing. So cool. I'm going to put the link in the description. Yes. So Rod's just asked for it. I'll put the link in the description for it, immediately.
And if you are a publisher or an author with upcoming books, there is also a form for you to submit the books, because I do my best to find the books by, like going on the website of all the publishers I know, by looking on the Locus list, all of that, but I can't possibly know all of them. So there is a list that you can fill out with the information so that I make sure to include it.
Amazing.
What another great way to get familiar with these small independent presses.
And I hope that some of those books will then be in the SSBA, right?
They better be.
Yes.
They better be. We need to start sending friendly but threatening letters to publishing houses.
Invite.
You better let us love you.
Yeah, I think the presses are starting to catch on just how much we love and appreciate them, which is exciting. So thanks again for everyone who was with us the first year, and thanks for the new people who've come and have trusted us with your books. I mean, it means a lot, and the readers are really enjoying it, and they're telling people about it, their friends, they're writing reviews. I mean, and I can't wait until all of our influencers get a chance to really shine here in the next 2 rounds. So it's going to be really exciting. And thank you, Saffron. Thank you for all the work that
you do.
You do a lot, and I appreciate it.
I just like you guys. I love you guys. Let's not pretend like I don't love you guys.
Same.
Yeah, but
I love you too.
I've always got time for people that are passionate about their craft and helping people, and as I said earlier, supporting people that perhaps might never ever be found. So you can come back anytime.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course. Well, I'll see you all on, I will probably see people that are watching this next week, but I'll see you both in the same room.
Yes.
On the 1st of December, and you better join us because it's not too close to Christmas. Anyway, I'm going to put the outro on now so I don't keep talking like an idiot, but I'm sure that all of these, so all the semi-finalists, they're going to be announced on social media as well, so people can go check that out. Okay, cool. Nice. Go look for those, go support, go help, and spread the word about the Small Spec Book Awards. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
All right. Bye.